What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. If you guys watched my last video about the M3, I went on a drive with Mike from Slow Speed. It was the first time I got to properly enjoy this M3. And I gotta say guys, I'm absolutely loving it. No surprise, it's an M3. It's one of the best cars you can get for the money. But if you guys aren't familiar with this particular M3, let me just tell you quickly about it. So if you guys are new to my channel, this is my 2023 BMW M3 Competition X-Drive, and as you guys can obviously tell, it is black sapphire metallic, but the interior gets more interesting in my opinion. It is ivory, aka the white. It's not really white, it's sort of like an off-white, like almost like a really light beige, but regardless, it is a beautiful interior. I have the extended leather dash. If you guys didn't watch some videos about this M3, I broke out every spec that it has. I went through the cost, I basically went through everything. However guys, there's one question that I get a lot about this M3 on YouTube, on Instagram, and in person, because if you guys are familiar with the G80s, they're almost like a bag of Skittles. There's so many different colors you can get with them. People get these wild colors. I feel like that started becoming more popular with the F chassis, but the generations before, you wouldn't really see that too often. You see like more white, silver, black. However, with the G80s, you really don't see too many like white or silver or black cars. So that's my point guys. The question that I get the most, especially honestly in person, is why did I pick black? Now, can I just say really quickly, this isn't just jet black. This is black sapphire metallic. It's sort of in the shade right now, so you're not gonna see it too well. But jet black basically is just flat black. This car has a lot of flake and stuff like that, so it's still black, guys. Like honestly, it doesn't look that much different than jet black. As you can tell, it's currently in the shade, and it just looks jet black. Like it really doesn't look like it's that interesting. However, it is black sapphire metallic to be more specific, but I'm just gonna refer to it as black just to keep things simple. So why did I choose black? Now, there is a big reason for that. As a matter of fact, this wasn't the first color that I picked for this car. So it's getting a little windy outside, so I'm just gonna sit inside, just kind of give you guys a quick story. So if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I ordered this car back in July. And when I ordered the car, this actually isn't the color that I ordered, the exterior or the interior. So when I originally ordered this car, I actually ordered it in skyscraper gray. It's called gray, but in my opinion, it looks more silver, but regardless, it's still a beautiful color. I also ordered it with red interior. Now, obviously that is not what I got, and that was intentional. So I did tell you guys that I changed the spec of it. I literally changed it right before the car went into production. If you guys aren't familiar with the process, they basically just confirm your spec and they have you like sign off on it. I, however, did not just sign off on the spec. I actually told them that I wanted to change the exterior color as well as the interior color. So in order for the interior color to make sense, the exterior color has to make sense, and I'll explain in a second, guys. So the reason why I chose black, and this is going to be a big spoiler, that's because this car is not going to stay black. I will be wrapping this car in the future. It's going to be the first car on the channel that finally gets wrapped. Now, why did I choose black if I'm doing that? Well, if you guys don't know, the best color to wrap over is black because it just keeps everything simpler and easier. Now, I'm not saying this is the color I'm gonna wrap it, but let's say I decide to wrap the car yellow. So you basically wrap everything on the outside yellow. However, let's say the car was red. If you wrap it yellow on the outside and you open up your doors, you'll still see red over here unless you want to pay a lot of extra money to wrap that as well. And then not only that, if you pop open your hood, again, assuming like I got a red car, for example, and I wrap it yellow, all this will still look red. The bottom of the hood will also look red, whereas the outside of the car will look yellow. So it's gonna look a little silly if that was the case. Again, guys, I'm not saying I'm gonna wrap the car yellow, but this is just as an example. But so in this case, I have a black car. If I wrap the car yellow, yes, obviously it's not gonna be yellow in here or over there or in the door sill. However, it being black, it's gonna look a lot more subdued and less like weird if the outside of the car is yellow or whatever color I decide to wrap it. So because I knew I was gonna be wrapping this car, maybe not even once, probably several times, to constantly change it up and keep it interesting for YouTube and for content, I figured it would make sense to get a black car. That way it's gonna be the easiest to wrap, it's gonna cost me the least money, and then also it's just gonna look the best. Because as of right now, I'll be honest with you guys, although I like the black, sometimes it's a little too subdued, especially on camera. Like I'm looking at this right now, and believe me guys, this is an absolutely beautiful car. However, on camera, you really can't see it too well because it's black. Now, again, that's gonna change, but in the meantime, we do have to put up with a black car. And again, guys, I do love black cars. It's actually my favorite color to get on any car. However, with Instagram, with YouTube, you really need cars to pop and things that just look good on camera. I complained about that with the F30 that I bought in black, which I bought used, so I didn't have as much choice over. However, this car, obviously, I chose it from the get-go. Now, do I regret that? Honestly, sometimes I kind of do. I really like the Skyscraper Gray and I really love red interior. However, I think if I were to just keep the car as it is, that would have been the better choice. But again, since I'm going to be wrapping the car, it makes more sense to just get black. And I don't want to spoil too much, guys, but just keep in mind, some body panels on this car will be changing. So instead of me repainting it like, let's say, an individual color, me just wrapping over the primed new parts will be a lot more cost effective. I think I said too much, but we'll just leave it at that. Now, like I was saying before, in order for my interior choice to make sense, the exterior has to make sense. So now that you guys understand why I chose black as the exterior, you can probably guess why I chose white as the interior. White or ivory goes with pretty much anything. So whatever color I decide to wrap this car, the white interior is still gonna look good in my opinion. Now, yes, you can say that for black. Black to me is just a little too boring. Now, hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully you guys understand why I did that, or why I basically chose not to get the Skyscraper Gray and the red interior, and why I chose to get this instead. Now, do I have to explain and justify it to you guys? Honestly, no. It sounds a little messed up, but at the end of the day, I'm the one paying for this car. I could have picked whatever I wanted. However, I keep on getting this question, and it's a fair question. Like, I'm a YouTuber. I bought this car specifically for YouTube. Why wouldn't I just get a wild and crazy color? Well, now you know why. But anyways, guys, I know this was a simple and quick video, but I just wanted to make it to explain myself so you guys can understand why I did this, like I mentioned. But anyways, if you guys want to see more content on this G80, if you guys want to see the mods, I do have a whole bunch of mods planned for this car. Not only just like fun drives and stuff like that. So if you guys want to see all that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Drop this video a like if you enjoyed it. And yeah, guys, with that said, this video is pretty much done, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.